Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to episode 2 of the Star Wars Experiment. Thank you very much for joining me again. We're going to zip through maybe 5 years now of their careers. Just a couple of notes. Thank you for the support on the last episode. I'm glad most of you enjoyed it. The Star Wars thing is just a little bit of a side fun thing. I just wanted 3 names. I was thinking of just calling them like the Brown Brothers or something like that. And I thought Star Wars is quite fun. I'll name them. I was tempted to go with their characters, so making Yoda really short and making Darth Vader really aggressive. But it was more about the football, so I wanted to make 3 of the same player, put them in different countries, and so see who develops the best. So let's go and have a look at it. We're at the end of season 3, I think. Possibly. We'll go with that. But we're trying to get through 5 years today, so let's go straight into it. End of year 3. So Luke Skywalker is at Aston Villa. Yoda's at Birmingham. I wonder if that's quite a random one. We'll have a look if that's on loan. And Darth Vader is at Eintracht Braunschweig? Braunschweiger TSV Eintracht 1895. We sound like a camp German when I do like bad accents, admittedly. Right, Luke Skywalker at Aston Villa. He got games last season, so now he's developed nicely. He's become a regular in the Sky Bet Championship. 33 games, starts, a goal and 4 assists. Not exactly prolific, is it though, Luke? You need to work on your accuracy. But very decent. He's capped at under 19 level for Spain, which is superb. How did Aston Villa do? They finished 10th in the Championship. Were they sort of far off? Because I think he looks like he's going to become like a Premier League player. So they need to get promoted, really, if they're going to keep him. They are quite a way off promotion. Or they could get the playoffs, potentially, if he performs. But it's good to see him developing so well. Let's have a look at the other 2, and then we'll do comparisons. So Master Yoda is at Birmingham. On loan, okay. Well, it is on loan. Wow, he's not developed as much, I don't think, just from looking. He's capped at under 19 level as well. He played 16 starts, 13 sub-appearances, so not quite as regular, but he got 4 assists. If we compare with Luke, Luke is pulling away. Maybe the height difference. Maybe, he's a little bit younger, if we're talking about Yoda here, isn't he, really? And he's pretty much better in every single department. He's just developed better as a player. They're both learning the central midfield role. They've both become accomplished. But he's getting more game time, Luke Skywalker. That could be a big part of it. Let's have a look at Darth Vader. On loan, I'm assuming. Eintracht Braunschweig. Oh, he looks fruity, doesn't he? He's got 3 under-21 caps. Darth Vader kicking some arse, taking some names. 29 starts in the Bundesliga. That's the second division, is it? Not just a typo. 2 games, 4 assists, but 3 caps for the under-21s. Let's compare him then to Skywalker, because they're the 2 good ones, it looks like. Who is the best player so far? Oh, it's close. Skywalker's got better vision. He can do the thing with not looking and hit floaty balls with his lightsaber. But mentally, you can understand Darth Vader is a bit mental, so that's it. And technically, he's a little bit better, but very close. But Yoda is lagging behind. I'm very surprised to see quite such a big difference. I wonder if he's had any injuries. 3 weeks. He's ripped his cock off for 3 weeks. Nothing dramatic. Just not developing something. Not as many games. Lots of sub-appearances as opposed to starts that the other 2 are getting. That's really, really interesting. Okay, let's go ahead another year and find out how they're getting on. All right, here we go. Has Yoda caught up? That's the question. Because they've all got the same potential ability. They've all got exactly the same. So, with no injuries to speak of, and they're training at the similar clubs, right? There's like the teams they started off at, they're all the same training facilities, safe youth facilities, all that sort of stuff to give them the same chance. Right, okay, Yoda's had the best season. They've all hit 20 now. They're all on good wages. Value-wise, Luke Skywalker is there. Interesting, Yoda is ahead, value-wise, of Vader. Is he a better player, though? Right, Luke Skywalker. Oh, he is developing into a very, very good player. He's played less games this season. He's still at Villa. Why has he played less games? Injury? Don't know about it. 3 weeks. Nothing substantial. Just doesn't seem to be getting in the team as much, which is interesting. Villa finished 10th again. Brilliant. Well done, Villa. Master Yoda, has he developed? He's got good ratings. He's got good value. He's back at Atalanta. Definite improvement, but I still don't think he's as good as the other two. He's played 18. I can do maths. 17, 16, that is. That's not 18, is it? I can't do maths, clearly. It's 16. But he scored 4 goals. Oh. Now, they're training him as a striker. That's interesting. I didn't really give them good finishing. He's got good composure first touch. If you work on your finishing, I suppose. His composure 13, first touch 13, finishing 9. You could play him as a striker, I guess. 4 goals, 3 assists. Very good rating. And playing in the Serie B now, Atalanta must have got relegated, so I guess that's why he's getting game time, which could be good for him because they've got a good setup there. But if we compare the two again to find out who's the best. Okay, it's closer-ish, but Luke Skywalker is still far the better player. Then we look at the daddy. Literally the daddy of Luke Skywalker. Darth Vader. I didn't look at the caps, hang on. Luke Skywalker, capped at under 19. Yoda, I don't think. 220. Okay. Spanish manager, you do know this is a worse version of the other guy. You could play him. Darth Vader now has 12 caps at under 21 level. He is turning into a very, very good player. He's now a natural in the centre of midfield as well. He's back on loan to Anderlecht Braunschweig, played a bunch of games. This is what you want him to do. It's not necessarily about how well he's playing, more the fact he's getting plenty of game time. And Darth Vader, if we compare, who is the better player? Luke Skywalker is just edging it on vision. That's literally it. Everything else is the same, which is amazing. I know there's individual stats there's going to be difference, but I'm just thinking overall. So otherwise it will just take too long. But interesting. And what the contract's like. You've got a year left. You've got 2 years left. What's Yoda? Because I want to know if they're going to go to France. He's got 2... not France. Why would they go to France? What if they're going to go to Spain? Because they're all Spanish. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, let's go on another year. See how they're getting on. So here we go. End of season 5. Have any of them made a leap to a new club? Have any of them actually got decent value yet? I imagine. Yeah, here we... Oh, wow, that's a massive difference in value. We've got Atalanta, Stuttgart, and Cultural... Spain! Is that Deportivo? Because I've got the thing on. We'll have a look in a minute. Right, okay. Yoda. 2.6 million now. 2 under 21 caps. He's coming back into it. He's not giving up. He may be small, but he's not giving up. He's on 16 grand a week. Did they get promoted back? They did get promoted back, and he became a first-team player. It looks like he's playing more in central midfield this time round, which is probably for the best for everybody. That's very nice, though. Doing very, very nice. That's the biggest improvement we've seen in a single year. Darth Vader is now the second highest value. 17 under 21, valued at 2.5. He's only on 4K a week. Better not tell Yoda, man. Don't tell him what you're on, because that's embarrassing. But he's playing games in the Bundesliga for Stuttgart. 22 games. How many in the... Okay, 21 starts. That's really good. But Darth Vader is looking amazing. Right. Luke Skywalker is the interesting one. Because his value is so much worse than the other guys. They've loaned him out. I suppose they didn't play him as much last year. So they played him for a few games. And then he's gone to Spain. Is that Deportivo? Like, because I've got a real name. I don't know. I'm just an idiot. Right. It's fair to say I'm an idiot. This is the second division, so no. It could be their youth team. I don't know. We're just going to Deportiva. There might be a team they're called that. He's their captain. Oh, because I gave him all 20 leadership. And their key player. So did he have a good season? Yeah, actually pretty decent. 6.8 for the AI is actually pretty good. He's getting plenty of game time, but he's the first one to venture to Spain. Even though it's on loan. I'm surprised that the value is very interesting. That is such a massive difference. Okay, so who is actually best now? Yoda's come back into this. So let's compare Vader with Skywalker to get the best out of them. Darth Vader has taken control, my friends. His mentals have gone up more, his technicals, his attacking and speed. Vision is still Luke's, but everything else now is on the side of Vader. And then we're going to compare you. Has Yoda caught up? He was better, but I don't think... Wow, that's a lot closer than it was. Vader is still the better player, but Yoda is catching up dramatically, and these two are pulling away, especially wages-wise. That's really interesting. I have no idea why that is. Could be because of his contract, maybe? Yeah, it's his contract. His contract... Is that the loan contract? I'm an idiot. Could be either way. We'll find out. A £54 million release clause? Just in case, lads. Just in case. No, he's got 2 years left on his deal. That's an interesting one. Okay, let's go on another year and see how we get on. Right, here we are, end of season 6, I think. We'll do one more after this, so we've gone 7 years in total. I'm very interested to see this value thing and why this value is so different when the players are so similar. I know, obviously, different leagues and stuff means the different values, but it's very interesting. Oh, he's still behind, but he's increased massively. He's at Huddersfield. That wouldn't be a loan. I don't think that would be a loan. We're going to go from the highest value. Master Yoda, highest value. The legend, highest wages. Of course he is. He's Yoda. He's made a comeback of all comebacks, my friends. 2 under 21 caps now. He's now 22 years old. Played 38 games, 5 goals, 7 assists. Really, really good season for him. Much, much better from the big Yoda Meister. Little Yoda Meister. Very good to see. And he's developing into a very, very good player. His jumping reach is only 6. Bless him. I'm going to go to Darth Vader next. Still at Stuttgart. Oh, they're actually really good players, to be fair. I made them all right-footed, but Master Yoda's 2-footed. Cheating. He's cheating. 22 under 21 caps. No goals, sadly, but he's developing nicely. A very sort of solid season. 5 assists, 1 goal, 6.76. And then Luke Skywalker's the interesting one. Aston Villa have loaned him out to another... Aston Villa still are in the Championship, aren't they? Yeah. Huddersfield are Premier League, aren't they? Maybe. No, why would you loan him out to a rival, Aston Villa? What are you doing? Okay, they're getting paid for it, but still. It looks like they loaned him out in January. So he had a good 2 goals, 2 assists from 17 games. Had a good first half of the season. Huddersfield said, do you want 300 grand a month? He's like, yeah, go on then. And maybe their money is shit, but he's developing very nice. Capped at under 20 level. Oh, bless him. He's not really caught on, is he? Right, okay. Let's compare. We'll do our normal comparison. So Darth with Luke. And Darth Vader is pulling away, my friends. He's equalled his vision, and he's already better. He's 2 better on speed now. I wouldn't have said Darth Vader was the quickest. All that armour and big helmet might have been slowing him down, but he's ripping through it. Let's compare Darth Vader with Master Yoda. His comeback complete. No, he's still a chunk behind, but he is now better than Yoda has overtaken Skywalker, it looks like. Yeah, look at that. Much more attacking, quicker as well. Little feet, see? That's what he's doing. You know, that's the technical term for it. But that loan move is just bonkers. Unless like Aston Villa are in big financial trouble and that's the only way they could dig themselves out. Just seems bonkers to loan them to a rival. Okay, we're going to do one more year, so that's 5 years this episode. End of season 8, let's do it. Right, here we go. Sorry, end of season 7 this is. So 5 years we've done this episode. I was confused with myself. It's easily done. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to call now that Luke Skywalker's not going to be at Aston Villa. I reckon like a top championship side or a low-end Premier League side, I think, are going to go in for him because he just didn't look... Oh, he is there. Okay. His value's gone up. What's going on here? Oh. Lost trust in the manager and he's requested to leave. Darth Vader is wanted by Arsenal. Lots of news. So they're still at their clubs, but this could be the last season we see them at their own clubs. Darth Vader is now £10.5 million. He's turned into an absolute beastie. The physicals are fantastic, apart from that jumping reach. Arsenal are looking at him. If Stuttgart don't want to sell, he could go for like £30 million, to be honest. I wouldn't Wouldn't be surprised. He's had his best season by far. 3 goals, 5 assists, 7 rating, which is really, really good. Master Yoda. Nobody wants Master Yoda, bless him. But he's just chugging along nicely, isn't he, really? 36 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, 6.881, 221 caps. Darth Vader hasn't been capped fully yet, I think. Well, they could do. They definitely could do. Get a full cap. And then Luke Skywalker is £7 million, looking really, really good. Wanted by nobody. Yeah, nobody wants him, but he is transfer listed for £47 million, as you do. Yeah, nobody's going to pay that, Aston Villa. But he played a lot this season and has done okay. 1 goal, 4 assists, but it sounds like Aston Villa have struggled as a whole. Okay, they're only 7th. It's not like they've been horrific. They got 10th, 7th. They've done all right. Well, I suppose, they should be looking to get back into the Premier League, really. Lost a couple of games near the end of the season. It's all good. Right. Okay, so they are still, after 7 years in total, they are still at their original club. I think if Arsenal are interested, he's valued at £10 million. They've got the money to buy, unless, old Arsene Wenger's still in charge, then he's probably not going to splash the cash. But they've got the money to do it, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I think Luke Skywalker is gone. He never seemed to fit at Aston Villa for whatever reason. I don't know if he was not the player they're after or whatever. Let's have a quick look how they're developing. Compare Darth with Yoda this time, I think. Wow, Darth Vader. 2 better defending, 2 better mental, 2 better physical, 1 better aerial, 1 better technical. Attacking-wise, Master Yoda's there, and the same for the rest of the stuff. But that's quite a chunky difference. And then if we compare Darth Vader with Luke Skywalker, 15 vision. He's not giving up, boys. He's improved, definitely. Hang on then. Yoda and Skywalker, are they back in the battle? Yes, they very much are back in the battle with each other to be the second best player behind Darth Vader. What weird sentences I'm coming out with. Right, there we go, my friends. So the next episode will be the next sort of 5 years of their career. So we're looking at getting into the peak period of their career. What do you think is going to happen? That's the question. I'm assuming Skywalker's going to leave if he doesn't like the manager, unless they get sacked. I can't see him turning that back. I don't think they're going to get any sort of money like that for him. I think, you might get 15 million for him or something like that. And Arsenal want Darth Vader, and I would not be surprised at all if they came in for him. But I also wouldn't be surprised if another team, if Arsenal were going in for him, then other big teams, Atletico Madrid, Spanish teams I'm thinking of, because he might want to go home, might come in as well. So, but Yoda just looks like he's happy in Atalanta and he's just chugging along. So that's nice. Right, there you go, my friends. There is episode 2 done. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.